am I? Who am I? Am I a series of my accomplishments? Am I a series of my failures? Am I the size of my dress? Am I defined by my intellect, my looks, my charm, or lack thereof? Am I defined by my education or my bank account? Am I defined by my relationship status, followers on Instagram, or how many likes my latest profile picture got? Who am I? Why do I feel on top of the world one day and like the dirt off someone's shoes the next? Why do I look at myself and see a priceless treasure and the next day see a pitiful train wreck? Am I the only one that feels like this? If I asked you, who are you, what would you say? Would you answer me based on what you do? Would you begin to tell me of your greatest accomplishments or your worst failures? Would you tell me if you were married, single, or had kids? Would your answer depend on what you were wearing or what grade you got on your last test? Or would your answer to who am I be the same day after day, no matter what the circumstances? See, maybe our answers to who am I are not adequate. Maybe we should look to an answer outside ourselves. See, if you've decided to follow Christ, the answer to who you are lies in Christ. Your identity is in Christ. Paul spends the first 3 chapters of Ephesians talking about who we are in Christ. So let me tell you who you are. You have every spiritual blessing. You were chosen to be holy and blameless. You are adopted into his family. You are redeemed. You are forgiven. You have an inheritance. There is a surpassing greatness of his power for you. Your old life of sin, dirt, and living by your own power, that's dead. Don't bring it back to life. He has made you alive and we are seated with him. Don't think this is from your own accord. It is by grace, the lavish, consuming grace of God. You cannot earn this by work. It is only out of his work in you that good works can flow out. See, once you were removed, but now you are brought near. Through the Son, you have access to the Father. No longer are you a stranger, you belong to the house of God. And together, we are built up. So what if you and I truly live like this? What if instead of focusing on our earthly talents and contributions, we lavished in the spiritual blessings? What if instead of focusing on our own inadequacies, we looked to the face of Jesus and saw his blood that cleanses us? What if when we felt lonely, rejected, or misunderstood, he lifted us into his family and desires a relationship with us? What if instead of lugging around baggage from the past, we remembered we are forgiven and redeemed? What if instead of focusing on how small and inadequate we are, we remembered God's surpassing greatness? If we live like this, we would be an army. No longer would we walk around insecure and with the need to compare ourselves to others. We would walk around as children of God, letting his love flow out of us. So let me leave you with this charge. May you have boldness and confidence. Make Christ home into your heart. Let the roots sink down deep into your heart. Together, may we know the length, height, depth of the love of Christ. Let yourselves be filled with the fullness of God. He can do abundantly more. Let us give God the glory.